One moment I have to make a portfolio for a gallerist in São Paulo in Brazil. This one seems very difficult to take some examples of designs or paintings in the suitcase of Voyage. So what I have to do now to make a representation of products, of artworks for the market for this gallerist. So this is a selection from my interpictures. And so I have a format of rectangle to keep very well, but inside it's to be born a knack of creativity in my life. So this way we see here my only book I made. And so I keep it very well, this baby of art presentation, from this bed here in blue. And now we can open it and see the entrance like this.
What does the artist Peter Waury de Albuquerque himself say about his attitude and intention? Step by step, he recognized the importance of identity awareness. His tools were the coherence of expression, the consistency of the character's implementation, also in color, shape, and material. In this way, the reflection in the picture frame kept the artist busy for a long time. He has the feeling that he hasn't even started painting yet. His constant companion with this filter was the limit of consistent implementation in the respective material. The journey is worthwhile because the relationship itself is discussed very intensively. Relationships have their rules. Relationships affect everything in the world. Peter approaches this gigantic topic with reverence and respectfully limits the subject of relationships to the human realm. Once relationships become a theme and existential for us, then it's logical to bring this relevance into a social dimension. In the course of his artistic life, he developed his own artistic styles. A right logical development can be recognized today. They can be traced on the large homepage. The homepage is available in 3 languages: German, Portuguese, and English. The buttons on the left-hand side indicate organic shapes, i.e. no rectangles. The climax of the development is the so-called interpicture, the dynamics of the relationship. This work is called home. Here you can initially only see the left blue side of the picture, a painting in tempera. It depicts an Angolan family whose father died in the war in Angola. They come from Africa and end up with their trauma where? In between. Nothing is clear. And yet life is full of meaning. Will it go on? Yes, they have landed in Frankfurt am Main in Germany. Between the skyscrapers. Mostly at night, and at weekends they meet at the Angolan club. The material is a photo collage. In front of the interpicture, we have the freedom to go back. What was that like? Here we don't walk, but simply flip back through the book. Or scroll forward again. Let us absorb the moments within ourselves. Here is another African interlude. In beeswax, we see a woman from Cameroon. This picture page is round. The picture carrier is made of aluminium. This is followed by the opening in between. What does it suggest? Men. On the right-hand side of the picture, we encounter various materials. A photocopy of a passport photo. A fine net stretches over it. Behind it is a desuffix film with a glimmer effect. On the far left, car paint. And on the right, an acrylic glass mirror integrates the viewer into the action. There is a story behind it. An African woman married this German. They remained continentally separated. For years, she only had this passport photo of her husband. Yes, very different worlds come together. Let's take another look at the beeswax, in detail up close. Another work. Abstract painting with car paint. A consequence. The meeting of two different image formats to create a physical harmony. A close-up. The same technical composition again in a wider format, 8.6 feet. The title, Adultinos. The meeting of energies creates diversity. It is about the growth of power. There are also textiles as a material expression for interpictures. The upper edge, like a horizontal line, is the common base of the picture sides. They hang. The lower edge is individual. A new partner in the large format staging is the breeze. Power Ranger is the title. The work is over 23 feet wide. As viewers, we stand more in the pictorial landscape. The interpicture describes a 5-year-old boy's enthusiasm for the Power Ranger as a powerful role model. On the blue side, a deep level of security comes to the fore. It communicates with extroversion. We land at the airport. The artist used the railing for an interpicture. It is only 8 feet high. The painting radiates into the hall with 640 picture strips. The total width of the picture is 180 feet. Here you can see 65 feet. When we fly high. This work, with its horizontal emphasis, reflects the basis of our life on Earth. The blue side meets the red. Is something bigger possible with the artist Waury de Albuquerque? The title, Spiral in Red. The dimensions are 8 by 8 meters. A textile picture on a textile house. The wind joins in as a playing partner. The visual language of the encounter can be used for our society, our economy. This is how the concept is created, the soul of our company. The motive is to strengthen the identity of the company through its employees. Group work, exchange, and typical materials help to achieve this. Here is another work for a company that measures energy and water consumption in households. A company can also be a hotel. An international postcard as a figurehead for regional attractiveness is understood internationally as an image in any language. Discovering the picture on site is an adventure in itself. The concept of art in architecture refers to the technical diversity of expression and meaning in buildings, courtyards, and combinations of places. Ideas also show the world of tomorrow. Here, the artist transferred two famous books from the region into the visual arts. Both books communicate with each other. In color, text, and as portraits of the authors. The artist has also created a musical production to accompany them. The suffering of the dry phases in the steppe meets a love romance between a pair of soldiers and an indigenous woman. In addition, space for a large library with reading areas was created from the cross-floor stairwell. We come to the dry steppe. In this confrontation, Waury de Albuquerque realized that a cactus is also an interpicture. Art of buildings offers many different applications. Interlove is a concept that pays special tribute to internationally married couples on textiles. This is where Kazakhstan meets the USA. Or Angola with Portugal. Then there is the relatively normal art. This work remains very true to itself in the consistency of its form. Rectangle meets sphere. Our advanced civilization communicates with the roots of humanity. The entrance is hidden behind the open acrylic rectangle. We penetrate this ancient world with our eyes as if into a cave. We see men's hair. We are reminded of the rock paintings, which in turn make contact with modern art. But the view remains artificial. We are not really in this world. Or what is left? That was a brief overview of our future together. You can always contact us via the homepage. This telephone number is valid until 2025. The email has already changed. ok@art-waury.de. Now the artist puts his round book back into the rectangular bed, which is round again at its core. He has prepared it for the gallery owner. The genetic seed is softly recovered for the realization of future developments. Art Waury, a brand for your attractions. It is a high-quality cultural treasure to be recovered.
So, with great awareness, Thomas, I will give you an essential lifeblood. And here is really a wrinkle hidden that opens up a new spectrum of life, right?
Very good. Many.
Please.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to receive your material. Very impressive.
But they don't know that you're keeping it a secret here at the opening, or not, the hidden dimension.
Impressive. Thank you very much. It's an honor to meet you here in person. Thank you for the exchange.
My life for art.
Wow, all this here. Very cool. Quite a lot, isn't it? Was that it?
Just a little bit.
This is a small part.